I'd ask everybody, to have pen and paper, take notes. You're going to see some things on the slides here. Those are just, the big broad stroke, and I'll be filling in some of the details, and you'll want to take notes. And then if you have questions along the way that pop in your mind, go ahead and write those down. And we'll catch the questions on the Q&A session toward the end. Fair enough? Okay, let's go. Strategy versus tactics. There's a lot of confusion sometimes, the difference between strategy and tactics. And the easiest way for me to explain it is to use some old colloquialisms, such as the forest and the trees. The strategy would be the big picture of seeing the forest and seeing how big it is and how it's all laid out. And then the tactics would be looking at each individual tree and how it fits into the bigger forest. Another way to look at it is strategy correlates to the chess player versus the chess pieces, which are the tactical moves that the chess player makes. Or the big picture, which is strategy, versus the details, which is tactics. Or long-term thinking rather than day-to-day activities. Or plans, which fall in the idea of strategy, versus the tactical, everyday to-do list where you check things off to get things done. So that gives you an idea of what strategy is, more of a big picture thinking, having a master plan, and then tactics is the to-do list. It's how we get things done. Now, in everything that we do in life, family, business, spiritual, fun, physical, and all different areas of our life, we always have different strategies and tactics that we're using in each one of those to set goals, to come up with plans, to take action, to get things done. And the interesting thing to me when I talk to people about this is there's actually multiple layers of strategies and tactics, to where there will be a large lifetime, for instance, lifetime planning, a large lifetime plan, and you have a large strategy for that, and you've developed some ideas on what to do and how to reach your big lifetime goals. But you see, each one of those lifetime goals that you want will have its own strategy and also its own tactical activities to carry out. And this can go down many, many layers. So I need to get you thinking in multiple layers of strategic and tactical planning here. Big picture, to-do list. Forest, the trees. You're the chess player rather than the chess piece. Each of these will have strategies and tactics, and each will have layers of strategies and tactics in all these different areas of your life. You can take everything that we're talking about today and plug these concepts into all these different areas of your life and see improvement as you implement this into them. For each activity or desire that you have, there's a few things that you need to answer and take action on. The first is what? And I think this is maybe the most difficult thing for most people to do. They actually have to figure out what is it that I want. We have to actually make a decision from all the opportunities that are out there, for all the things that are offered to us, for all the human desires that we have. We actually have to decide for ourselves what it is that we want. And that's going to be the very first step. There's a lot of shiny button distractions out there. There's always the latest and greatest new tool, the latest and greatest new training package. I would suggest to you that you'd be better off learning and understanding basic and enduring principles of business and marketing, and what I really stress is most important, human psychology. One thing that I always relate to people is in internet business, I never had a computer whip out a credit card and pay me. It's always been a human on the other side of the technology that will pay me for products and services. So the lesson there, the lesson that I learned and I'll pass on to you, is that you've got to get good at communicating with humans, understanding their wants and desires and needs and their goals and their fears and their nightmares and their big frustrations. All those things go into being able to communicate and have empathy, not sympathy, but empathy, true understanding of their situation so that you can help them reach their goals, make them feel good about themselves, and avoid the pitfalls and the negative things that can happen to them. The next piece of the puzzle is why. Once you've decided what you want to happen, I'm going to suggest to you that you need to ask yourself, well, why do I want that? And truly understand your desires, your emotional needs, and what it is that has focused you on this particular this goal that you decided that you want. So you need to decide your reason why so that it keeps you going. This will be the ultimate benefit of the effort at whatever level you're working here, okay? This is the thing that's going to get you going and excited and out of bed every morning, even though profits may be very slim to none. It's also going to help you with the purpose in your life. It'll keep you focused. And I'm going to ask you also to stretch yourself to think and dream bigger. This is another problem that people have. They get, in what we call the comfort zone. And they may not be comfortable in doing that. Or maybe they've gone through life where people say, oh, you can't do that. Or you may have relatives that say, oh, you can't do that. You big dreamer, you. And they're negative. Well, you need to get away from that kind of a situation to where you can think and dream bigger. And I would ask you to kind of go back to your childhood where you could just imagine and let yourself go. If you could just imagine and create like you were when you were a kid with no limitations, what kind of big reasons why would you get involved with? What kind of dreams and goals would you set for yourself if you really, really had no limitations? And that's where we need to have you. I'm going to give you a URL address to go to, a website to go to. I did a presentation a while back on the big reason why, and it's located at ultimate-success-program.com/big reason why. All small letters. I'll repeat that for you. ultimate-success-program.com/big reason why. And it's maybe 25, 30 minutes long, something like that. And I think you'll pick up a lot of good ideas on this concept of reason why, and especially in that presentation, it's a video presentation, your big reasons why, which are so important. And there's some really interesting life lessons that I've learned along the way that I share in that video. So don't do it now, but later on, be sure to watch that. Okay. How is another important question.